Oh my God. Stop everything right now. Drop whatever you're doing. I'm holding a penny, just a penny, that's sold at auction for $1.7 million. Not 1,000, not 100,000, $1.7 million for a single penny. And here's the absolutely insane part. These pennies are still being found in pocket change in 2025. Someone just like you could reach into your pocket right now and pull out a fortune and not even know it. This is the 1943 copper wheat penny, and it's the most legendary, most valuable, most sought-after penny in the entire history of American coinage. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to tell you the incredible World War II story of how this million-dollar mistake happened, show you exactly what it looks like, teach you 3 simple tests you can do right now to identify one, show you proof of real sales, tell you where people are still finding these today, and give you an action plan to check every penny you own. Because I absolutely guarantee 99% of you watching this video have never looked closely at your 1943 pennies. And that could be the biggest financial mistake of your life. Welcome to World Pocket Coins, where we turn pocket change into life-changing wealth. I'm about to share everything I know about the holy grail of penny collecting, the 1943 copper penny. By the end of this video, you're going to be a 1943 penny expert, and you might just discover you're already a millionaire. But before we dive in, I need you to do something right now. Pause this video, go grab every penny you own, empty your pockets, your purse, your change jar, your car cup holder, your couch cushions, your junk drawer, everywhere, and bring them back here. Because what I'm about to teach you could literally change your life today. And when you get back, leave a comment telling me how many 1943 pennies you found. I'm going to reply to every single comment and help you figure out if you have the million-dollar variety. Okay, got your pennies? Perfect. Now let me tell you the story of how the most valuable penny in American history came to exist. Because understanding this story is the key to understanding why this penny is worth more than most people's houses. It's 1943. World War II is raging across the globe, and America is fully committed to the war effort. The United States military desperately needs copper, tons and tons of copper, for ammunition shell casings, electrical wiring, communication equipment, and literally hundreds of other critical military applications. Copper isn't just important, it's absolutely vital to winning the war. The U.S. Treasury Department looks at copper usage across all government operations and realizes something shocking: the penny. Every single year, the mint is using millions of pounds of copper to make pennies. In 1942 alone, they used enough copper to make thousands of artillery shells. This cannot continue. So in 1943, the government makes a historic, unprecedented decision. For the first time in the 50-year history of the Lincoln penny, they're going to stop using copper. Instead, they're going to make pennies out of steel coated with zinc. This will save all that copper for the war effort. The Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint all receive orders. Switch to steel pennies immediately. In 1943, they produce over 1 billion steel pennies. These steel pennies look silver or gray, not brown. They're magnetic, and they're common. Today, they're worth maybe 10 to 50 cents each. But here's where the million-dollar mistake happens. When the mints switched from copper to steel production, there were still leftover copper penny blanks from 1942 sitting in the machinery, in bins, and in various parts of the production facility. These are called planchets, the blank metal discs that get stamped to become coins. Despite strict orders to use only steel planchets in 1943, a few, probably around 40 total across all 3 mints, copper planchets from 1942 accidentally got mixed in with the steel planchets. They went through the stamping process. They got stamped with the 1943 date, and they entered circulation before anyone noticed. Think about how insane this is. In 1943, every single penny was supposed to be steel. Every single one. So if you have a copper-colored penny dated 1943, you have a coin that was never supposed to exist. You have a mistake that somehow slipped through. You have one of maybe 40 examples in the entire world. You have $1 million coin. Now before you get too excited and start thinking every brown 1943 penny is worth millions, I need to warn you about something critical. There are thousands, literally thousands, of fake 1943 copper pennies out there. Scammers have been creating these fakes for decades using two main methods. Method 1. They take a 1948 copper penny and carefully file down or alter the 8 to make it look like a 3. From a distance, it looks like 1943. But under magnification, you can see the alteration. Method 2. They take a common 1943 steel penny and copper plate it. They literally coat the steel penny in copper to make it look like the rare copper variety. This one is trickier because the date is genuine 1943. So how do you tell if you have a real 1943 copper penny or a clever fake? I'm going to teach you 3 tests you can do right now. 2 of them don't even require any special equipment. Test number 1, the magnet test. This is the easiest and fastest test. Grab any magnet, a refrigerator magnet, a magnet from a magnetic phone holder, any magnet. Hold your 1943 penny and bring the magnet close to it. If the magnet sticks to the penny, it's steel, not copper. Regular steel pennies are worth 50 cents. If the magnet does not stick, you have a copper or copper-plated penny. You've passed test 1. Test number 2, the weight test. This requires a digital scale accurate to at least 0.1 grams. You can buy one on Amazon for $10 to $15. Best investment you'll ever make if you're coin hunting. A genuine copper 1943 penny weighs 3.11 grams. A steel 1943 penny weighs 2.7 grams. Weigh your penny. If it weighs around 3.1 grams and the magnet didn't stick, you've passed test 2. You potentially have something very valuable. Test number 3, the visual inspection test. This requires a 10x magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look very carefully at the date, 1943. On altered 1948 pennies, you can see file marks, scratches, or signs that the 8 was modified. The 3 might look too thick, too thin, or not match the font of the other numbers. Compare your coin to images of genuine 1943 pennies online. Does the 3 look perfect and crisp? Or does it look altered? If your penny passes all 3 tests, magnet doesn't stick, weighs 3.11 grams, and the date looks perfect and unaltered, stop everything. Put that penny in a protective holder immediately. Do not clean it. Do not touch the surfaces. Handle it only by the edges. You potentially have a coin worth hundreds of thousands or even over $1 million. Now let me show you real proof of what these pennies sell for, because I know some of you are thinking, there's no way a penny is worth that much. Let me show you actual auction records that will blow your mind. January 2010 Heritage Auctions. A 1943 copper penny graded MS63 brown by PCGS sells for $1,750,000. The buyer? A serious coin collector who had been searching for this coin for over 30 years. September 2012, Legend Rare Coin Auctions. Another 1943 copper penny graded MS64 red-brown sells for $1 million. February 2019 Heritage Auctions. A lower grade 1943 copper penny graded $50 sells for $204,000. Even damaged examples sell for 6 figures. In 2018, a 1943 copper penny that was bent and heavily worn still sold for $100,000. I'm showing you screenshots on the screen right now. These are real auctions, real sales, real money. This is not a myth. This is not an exaggeration. These pennies are genuinely worth millions. Now here's what makes this even more incredible. There are stories of regular people finding these pennies in recent years. Let me share some of these amazing finds. Story number 1. Don Lutz Jr. In 1947, when Don was 16 years old, he was buying lunch in his high school cafeteria in Massachusetts. He paid for his lunch and got change, including one penny dated 1943. He was a young coin collector and immediately noticed it was copper, not steel. He knew it was special. He kept that penny for 70 years. When he passed away in 2018, his family sold the coin at auction for $204,000. That lunch money penny put his grandchildren through college. Let me give you one critical warning. Be very skeptical if you think you found one. Remember, there are probably less than 40 genuine 1943 copper pennies in existence. But there are thousands of fakes. Most 1943 copper pennies people find are either altered 1948 pennies or copper-plated steel pennies. That's why professional authentication is absolutely essential. Don't just assume you have the real thing. Get it certified. Here's something else really cool about the 1943 copper penny. There are actually 3 varieties based on which mint struck them. The 1943 Philadelphia copper penny has no mint mark. The 1943 D Denver copper penny has a small d under the date. And the 1943 S San Francisco copper penny has a small s under the date. All 3 are incredibly rare. All 3 are worth hundreds of thousands to over $1 million. The most valuable variety is generally the 1943 S San Francisco because fewer are known to exist. Only about 5 1943 S copper pennies have been authenticated. The last one that sold brought over $800,000. Now let me talk about what makes one 1943 copper penny worth $200,000 versus $1.7 million. The answer is condition. Coin condition is graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A heavily worn, circulated coin might grade good 4 to very good 8. A nice circulated coin might be very fine 20 to extremely fine 40. An uncirculated coin with nowhere starts at about uncirculated 50 to mint state 60. And perfect, pristine uncirculated coins can grade mint state 65, 67, or even higher. The 1943 copper penny that sold for $1.7 million was graded MS63 brown. That means it was uncirculated with some minor surface issues, but no wear. Even a heavily worn 1943 copper in good, 4 condition is worth $100,000 minimum. But the better the condition, the more exponentially valuable it becomes. Here's what's fascinating. Most of the known 1943 copper pennies are in circulated condition. Why? Because they entered circulation by accident. They were spent. People used them to buy groceries, pay for bus fare, buy newspapers. They got worn down like any other penny. Finding one in uncirculated condition is incredibly rare. That's why they command such premium prices. Let me share one more incredible story that will inspire you. In 2017, a man bought a house at foreclosure auction in Connecticut. When he moved in, he was cleaning out the garage and found an old toolbox left by the previous owner. Inside the toolbox was a jar of old pennies. He dumped them out, probably 300 pennies total. He started looking through them and saw a 1943. It was brown, not silver. He couldn't believe it. He had it tested. It passed the magnet test and weight test. He sent it to PCGS for authentication. For weeks of nail-biting waiting, the grade came back. 1943 copper penny, 53 Australian dollars. He sold it at auction for $375,000. That foreclosure house paid for itself 7 times over from 1 penny in a toolbox. So here's my challenge to you. In the next 24 hours, I want you to check at least 100 1940s pennies. Ask family, friends, coworkers, do you have any old pennies I can look through? Buy a roll or two from the bank. Start a systematic search. And when you find your 1943 pennies, because you will find some, they're out there. Do those 3 tests. Magnet, weight, visual inspection. Leave a comment below telling me right now. How many 1943 pennies do you currently have? Even if it's 0, tell me. And tell me your plan for finding more. I'm going to reply to every comment. I'm here to help you on your treasure hunt. If this video opened your eyes to the possibility of finding a $1 million penny in your pocket, smash that like button. It helps YouTube show this video to more people. You could literally help someone else discover they're a millionaire. Subscribe to World Pocket Coins because I post videos every single week about rare coins, valuable currency, error coins, and hidden treasures you can actually find. I'm on a mission to help regular people discover that they're sitting on fortunes. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Before you go, I've created a free downloadable guide, the ultimate 1943 penny authentication guide, with high-resolution comparison photos, testing procedures, and current values. The link is in the description below. Download it, print it, and keep it with you when you're penny hunting. Remember, somewhere out there, there are still 1943 copper pennies waiting to be found. They're in old jars, forgotten collections, estate sales, and yes, maybe even in circulation. Someone's going to find the next one. And that someone could be watching this video right now. It could be you. Your $1 million penny is out there. Now you know what to look for. Now you know how to test it. Now you know what to do if you find it. So go out there and check every penny. Your life could change today. Thank you for watching World Pocket Coins. Check your 1943 pennies. Check your change. And I'll see you in the next video where I reveal another coin worth thousands that you can find in your pocket. Don't miss it. Now go find your $1 million penny.